Aubrey de Grey, Ending Aging, the Rejuvenation Breakthroughs That Could Reverse Human Aging in Our Lifetime. Aging has long been considered an unavoidable aspect of life, but what if there was a way to counteract its effects? In Ending Aging, Aubrey de Grey presents a revolutionary program called SENS, Strategies for Engineered Negligible Senescence, which aims to stop aging in its tracks. The book explores mitochondrial mutations and the buildup of cellular junk, as well as potential solutions for these issues such as gene therapy and targeted drug treatments. In this summary, we will delve into the complex challenges surrounding aging and discover the groundbreaking breakthroughs that could potentially reverse human aging in our lifetime.
Defying Aging, Strategies Unveiled. Death and taxes have long been considered life's certainties, but our understanding of aging is evolving with the development of modern solutions to tackle this process. The author champions aging as a solvable problem and proposes the SENS, Strategies for Engineered Negligible Senescence, program as a potential path to halting its progression. Although concern exists over the effects of such progress, including overpopulation and unequal access for the wealthy, the goal remains ambitious. Addressing challenges like funding shortages, the author is hopeful that one day, we may be able to prevent death by old age. Often regarded as unavoidable, aging has historically been a concern few thought to challenge. However, by shifting our perception and treating it as any other ailment, we can unlock novel strategies to combat the aging process. The author introduces the SENS program, focusing on halting the progression of aging and associated issues. The SENS strategy aims to prevent mitochondrial mutations by eliminating cellular debris, including harmful proteins known as AGEs and persistent zombie cells. By doing so, it promotes healthy cell loss and minimizes DNA mutations. This approach faces obstacles such as a lack of funding for technological development and research. Yet the author remains optimistic, predicting with 50% certainty that success is possible in stopping death by old age. This view challenges previous scientific consensus on the inevitability of aging. By considering the damage to our bodies as reparable, we introduce the possibility of defying the aging process entirely. Despite the potential issues, such as overpopulation and unequal access to these solutions, the program's aspirations represent a fascinating turning point in our understanding of aging. Ultimately, the journey into the realm of defying age awaits those who dare to explore its possibilities. Repair beats prevention. When faced with a problem, we usually look for prevention or cure. In medicine, cures dominate, but they aren't always effective. Preventing ailments, however, can be quite complex, especially in the case of aging. This is because several factors contribute to the aging process. Therefore, shifting our focus to repair could prove more beneficial. For example, repairing accumulated damage in a 40-year-old could potentially double their total lifespan, rather than merely extending it by 33% through prevention. Ultimately, the author suggests that the key to tackling aging lies in addressing mitochondrial mutations. Facing problems, we usually search for two solutions: prevention or cure. In medicine, most issues are solved through cures. However, these remedies may address symptoms but not the root cause of the problem. Moreover, when considering ailments like heart disease and diabetes, this approach has significant limitations. Prevention isn't always simple. Pinpointing the cause of an ailment can be challenging due to numerous contributing factors. Take the case of aging, multiple factors, from cellular damage to dietary habits, influence the rate of aging. As preventing aging is uncertain and curing it only exists in theory, our attention should turn to repair. Reflect on the advantages of repair when treating a 40-year-old individual. Prevention, like cutting the speed of aging by half, could extend their life from 80 to 120 years. This increases the total lifespan by only 33%. On the other hand, repair involves reducing the accumulated damage by half through consistent therapeutic treatment. By age 80, this person would only have the damage of a 50-year-old, potentially multiplying the remaining lifespan 4 or 5 times. This approach nearly doubles the total lifespan from 80 to 160 years. The importance of repair shines through, and the author emphasizes the need to focus on rectifying mitochondrial mutations as the starting point for combating aging. The foundation for a longer, healthier life may very well lie in our cellular repair mechanisms. Unraveling mitochondria and aging. Mitochondria, the power plants of our cells, create energy but also produce free radicals, which can harm our body by damaging mitochondrial DNA and causing aging. One promising solution to minimize this damage is allotopic expression, a form of gene therapy that protects mitochondrial DNA from harmful free radicals, offering a potential remedy to combat aging. Inside our cells, theirs is a powerhouse called the mitochondria that produce the energy we need to survive. But with energy production comes an unfortunate side effect, the formation of free radicals. These highly reactive and dangerous molecules cause damage to our body, and more specifically, to our mitochondrial DNA, which in turn contributes to the aging process. You might have heard about free radicals and their negative health impacts, but did you know most of these substances originate within our own cells? Free radicals are oxygen-based molecules that are missing an electron, making them very reactive. In their quest to become stable again, free radicals snatch an electron from the nearest stable molecule, triggering a harmful chain reaction. Although some free radicals come from external sources like pollutants and toxins in our diet, the majority are created by our mitochondria. This is alarming, as the resulting chain reactions from free radicals can lead to mutations and damage in our mitochondrial DNA. So, how can we shield our mitochondrial DNA from free radical damage? The answer might lie in a groundbreaking technique called allotopic expression. This innovative form of gene therapy involves storing a backup of our mitochondrial DNA in the cell's nucleus, where it is safeguarded from the constant assault of free radicals. Since less than 1% of our cells are prone to genetic mutation, the chances of the stored backup gene containing a mutation are minimal. Consequently, allotopic expression could provide a valuable solution to the problem of mitochondrial DNA damage and offer an effective way of combating aging. In the upcoming sections, we'll delve deeper into other factors contributing to aging, including the accumulation of cellular junk. Unlocking anti-aging secrets. Cells, like households, produce waste called lipofuscin that accumulates over time and contributes to aging and disease. Lysosomes within cells attempt to recycle lipofuscin but are insufficient in removing all of it. A potential solution lies in the microbes found in graveyards, which can break down lipofuscin. Introducing these microbes into our bodies could help combat the aging process. Additionally, amyloids, which are external cellular waste, play a role in Alzheimer's disease as they accumulate in brain cells. Vaccinations could potentially enhance the brain's immune system to better deal with amyloids, slowing down brain aging and preventing related diseases. Just like a household, cells produce waste that, if not managed, can cause damage, eventually leading to aging and diseases like arteriosclerosis. Lipofuscin, a part of this waste, accumulates in cells and cannot be entirely disposed of by lysosomes. A peculiar yet simple solution to this problem may lie in our graveyards. Lipofuscin builds up in our bodies until death, making graveyards abundant sources of it. Interestingly, lipofuscin is fluorescent, yet we don't observe any glowing graves. This suggests that something is breaking down lipofuscin, that something is microbes. Enriching the body with these microbes could potentially help process the waste inside our cells, delaying aging and preventing diseases. Interestingly, waste doesn't only accumulate inside our cells. Amyloids, byproducts mostly comprised of damaged proteins, build up outside our cells over time. As we age, these amyloids can accumulate around brain cells, resulting in Alzheimer's disease. A possible solution for managing this external waste is vaccination. The brain's immune system naturally eliminates amyloids but at a slow pace. A vaccination could boost the brain's ability to remove amyloids, preventing the buildup of cellular waste and slowing down the aging process of the brain. Battling the effects of aging involves more than just clearing out cellular junk, and there are numerous other methods to maintain our body's youthfulness, which we will explore further. The battle against aging. Aging results from the gradual loss of cells, and a potential solution lies in creating new ones using embryonic stem cells. However, moral questions and politics obstruct this path. As we age, our DNA becomes more susceptible to mutations, which can lead to diseases like cancer. A potential way to combat this is by removing the telomerase gene, which would ensure that cancerous cells eventually die off. This approach could be complemented by stem cell therapy, effectively treating age-related diseases and increasing longevity. Our body's aging process is primarily fueled by the continuous loss of cells. It makes perfect sense to replenish these lost cells, and doing so could involve mastering the use of stem cells. While adult stem cells exist within us, only embryonic stem cells hold the power to transform into any type of cell, from heart and lung to muscle cells, effectively regenerating lost or damaged tissue. The caveat, however, is that embryonic stem cells can only be sourced from early-stage embryos, sparking heated ethical debates, especially in the United States. The core issue revolves around determining when life truly begins and evaluating the morality of using embryos for medical purposes. Aside from physical decline, aging increases the risk of developing diseases like cancer, which occur when DNA mutations accumulate over time. Our DNA serves as the blueprint of our biological makeup, and any damage caused by factors like UV rays or environmental toxins can lead to flawed, cancerous instructions in our cells. As these damaged cells divide, cancer can spread throughout the body. One potential approach to eliminate cancer is by removing the telomerase gene. Telomeres, the protective caps at the tips of chromosomes, gradually shorten as cells divide. The telomerase gene, however, is responsible for repairing and maintaining telomeres, allowing cells to continue dividing. By deleting this gene, cancerous cells would eventually die off, preventing the spread of the disease. Although this would impose an expiration date on all body cells, implementing stem cell therapy could address this issue, paving the way for increased longevity and effective treatments for age-related diseases. Battling ages and zombie cells. Advanced glycation end products, AGEs, are harmful compounds that form naturally in our bodies, impairing cellular functions and accelerating aging. Although there are no current strategies to prevent AGE buildup, drugs like allogebrium have shown promise in animal tests. Additionally, the accumulation of death-resistant zombie cells contributes to aging and damage. Potential solutions include using telomerase to extend the telomeres of these cells, albeit with a risk of cancer, or implementing gene therapy to trigger cell destruction. Despite inherent risks, these innovative therapies may be valuable in the fight against age-related diseases. Advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, are detrimental compounds that not only make their way into our food, particularly browned or blackened meat, but also form within our bodies. AGEs are born through complex chemical reactions, where sugars bind to proteins and accumulate in our cells. This buildup reduces cellular function, leading to diseases and potentially early death. Preventing the buildup of AGEs remains elusive, but some drugs, like allogebrium, can help eliminate them. Although current options pose negative side effects outweighing the benefits for humans, future scientific discoveries might bring forth better alternatives. As we age, we encounter another form of cellular troublemaker, death-resistant cells, also known as zombie cells. These cells should be shut down by our bodies to prevent disease and cancer, but they're not. Instead, they become toxic and damage surrounding cells, hastening the aging process. Eradicating these zombie cells could involve various methods. One such approach involves using telomerase to lengthen the cell's telomeres, ultimately preserving their life. While this has proven successful in laboratory trials, it carries the inherent risk of causing cancer. Another potential strategy is employing gene therapy to create a targeted suicide gene that destroys zombie cells. In the quest for anti-aging therapies, there will always be risks and challenges. Nevertheless, these groundbreaking strategies offer hope in combating the detrimental impact of ages and zombie cells on our health and aging process. Embracing rejuvenation breakthroughs. To combat aging, the robust mouse rejuvenation (RMR) plan focuses on extending the lifespan of the Mus musculus species as a starting point. Acknowledging that with scientific progress comes potential risks, it's essential to weigh the benefits of quick approvals of life-extending medications against losses due to delays. In the future, the once inevitable aging process may be significantly diminished as new frontiers in medicine are crossed. The path to defeating aging is promising, yet only a minority are currently pursuing this remarkable journey. To convince the majority of its potential, a unique plan has been developed: the robust mouse rejuvenation (RMR). By applying advanced techniques to 20 Mus musculus mice, the hope is to successfully extend their average lifespan from 3 to 5 years. Importantly, treatments will commence when mice are at least 2 years old, signifying that they've experienced the cellular damage expected from living over half their natural life. Taking a bold stance against aging also requires acknowledging the potential consequences. History has shown that with progress, there may be setbacks, such as the unfortunate death of a teenager in 1999 undergoing gene therapy, which led to a year-long suspension of trials and likely caused additional casualties. Such delays and sluggish drug approvals, however, do not necessarily save lives. In fact, it's believed that the current waiting period for drug approvals leads to 10 times more lives lost as opposed to deaths caused by unapproved medications. Swift approval of drugs, following the RMR's anticipated success, could combat unnecessary aging and ultimately save lives. It is crucial to understand that embracing progress means accepting inherent risks. The goal is to shift the ratio of lives lost while waiting for approvals compared to lives lost through unapproved drugs. This shift could convince people that progress is underway and help us accept the necessary change. With continued determination and scientific innovation, aging, which has plagued humanity for thousands of years, may soon become a thing of the past.
As we've seen, the topic of aging is filled with intricate challenges and groundbreaking research. Through the SENS program, Aubrey de Grey has opened up a new world of possibilities for combating the aging process. By focusing on repairing mitochondrial mutations, clearing cellular junk, and promoting healthy cell growth. While public opinion remains divided, and questions surrounding morality and funding persist, the development of SENS offers a promising future where aging might no longer be an inescapable part of life. By exploring these innovative ideas, we gain a deeper understanding of the complex nature of aging and the power of scientific progress to potentially revolutionize our lives.